Man, I just want to get this off my chest, guys. I grew this beard because I was depressed for a month. And I listened to a lot of Kings of Leon at the same time. Right? And then I had sex with this girl, and in the morning she goes, I only had sex with you because of your beard. I felt like shit. I was like, look, I'm a go-getter. I got a resume. I run every day. I give money to the homeless. Fucking with, you know what I mean? You know? But you can't be angry when you're naked. It's weird. I don't know if you ever tried it. Like, you get mad at first, like, hey! And you're like, oh shit, I'm flopping. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's just, this is just going back and forth. Your nipples showing. Try it, bro. Start a fight with a guy tonight and just get naked. He can't do anything. He's like, whoa, no. And just hug him. Just hold on to him. Like, bro, if you move, I'm busting. Like, you know what I mean? That's your move right there. But I kept the beard, man. But then I forgot I'm Middle Eastern. I don't know how I forgot, but I'm fucking Middle East. I don't know, bro. I don't know. Now I look like the scary, you know, like the one you don't want to get on a plane with. Like, what are you doing? Like, you know, the scary, like when you go into a shawarma shop and they're just yelling at you. You're like, why are you yelling at me? You know what I mean? Like, do you want a shawarma? Like, oh, fuck, bro. My head hurts. Why are you yelling? Do you want 4 pops? No, it's just me. Why would I want 4 pops? If I have 4 pops, I'm gonna die. Do you understand that right now? By the 3rd one, I'm gonna get dizzy and collapse. Do you understand? You crazy? Because we're, look, I was in Alberta at a truck stop. I was standing in the aisle looking at an O. Henry. It's fun. And whenever I see O. Henry's, I go, yeah, like I get excited. I went, yeah! And then there was a guy next to me, and I turned, and we make eye contact, and he goes, terrorist! I was like, holy shit! And I go, where is he, bro? We can get him. That's what I said. And then I realized I'm the fucking terrorist. I didn't know. How did I become a terrorist that fast? Then I realized, what shitty terrorist would take over a truck stop? What shitty, that's a failed terrorist. You have to fuck up as a high up terrorist to become, you know, like you have to be in a board meeting with Al-Qaeda. They're like, no, too much! You fuck up too much! You put the bomb on, you fall asleep! You forget the Tuesday, we blow up, you show up Wednesday. You go, what's wrong? What's wrong? You fuck up the day! Truck stop, right now. I don't want to go to truck stop. You go to truck stop. You go in the truck stop and you say, where's your gum? That's what you do. But then I realized, no terrorist is gonna come to Canada. Nobody. I think terrorists come to Canada to get their minds off terrorism. That's what I like, vacation here? Like they're stressed out? I don't want to talk about explosions! Don't worry. I have a ticket to Toronto. You go. You go to the CN Tower, you go up, you go down, you relax. But no one's gonna attack Canada. We're like the gay best friend to every other country. That's what we are. You know, no one's gonna. Imagine somebody attacking you, like, man, what the fuck? Why would you do that? Why would you attack? It's like going into McDonald's and tripping the handicapped guy that works there. You're like, why would you do that? That was Lenny, man. He gives us gummy bears and wipes the counter. Why would you do that to Lenny? Why? And then Lenny's like, why'd you do that? That would happen. Lenny would get up and like, why would you do that? And like, I didn't know, Lenny, I'm sorry. It's busy. Okay, like, I don't know what he does. I think he would do that. I'll be back here. You're like, okay. No one's gonna, you know? This is how soft, first of all, Canada is. I grew up in Windsor, Ontario, which is right near Detroit. Nice. Windsor's a shithole, kind of. You know it is, calm down. They just shut down a Tim Hortons, relax. You know how fucked up your city has to be to shut down a Tim Hortons? No more double! Come on! No more. You have to go to Starbucks. But all that separated Windsor from Detroit is a body of water. That's it. Right? But this is how you know Americans don't give a shit about anybody in life. My buddy was like, bro, do you live in igloos? I was like, you can see the fucking apartment buildings from across the river. It's not like building igloo. Like that's not, oh shit, we found one! It's July and it's still here. You know, they're just, don't give a shit. But if you live in Windsor, you'll go to the ghetto in Detroit by accident. It's not your fault. You take a weird exit, they'll do construction, and you're fucked. You're there, you're like, how did this happen? It happened to me the first time, it's scary for everyone. First time, you're like, I don't know what's happening here. I take a wrong exit, I see a black guy on the corner, I panic for no reason. I don't know why I panicked. So I start trying to close doors, right? Like, and he can see me, right? All he hears is, no! I'm just going like this. And he goes, I'm just selling newspapers, dog! I go, I have 5 black friends! I don't know why I said that out loud. It was just weird, right? It was so weird. But I had to go to a gas station to get the fuck out, to go to the highway. But the guy in the gas station is an Arab. And Arabs will open up businesses anywhere. They don't give a shit about their lives or their family's lives. An Arab will go in the middle of a Ku Klux Klan rally and open up a business. They'll open up a shawarma business, he doesn't care. Some Ku Klux Klan nigga would be like, we're gonna kill you! It's like, my friend, I sell you a cell phone, you call everyone and everyone kill me. Like, that's how they work. But I get there, and this is a different kind of Arab. It's a Persian. I don't know if you ever met a Persian before. I have Persian friends. They're the most flamboyant of the Middle East. They always go, what are you doing? Like, they talk. What are you doing? On an angle. And they're not even gay. It's like, what are you doing? Where are you going? Like, why are you doing that? They get too emotional over even gum. You want the gum? You want the gum? Every time I talk to a Persian guy, I have to wear a condom because I'm like, somebody just got fucked in this conversation. I don't know how you did that. We didn't even touch dicks. This is a true story. So he finally goes, he gets me out, he gives me direction. But when I come out, there's just a black dude waiting, right? And he had a gun, and he was like, yo, give me your shit! I panic, and I go, I'm from Canada! I don't know why I ducked. He goes, oh shit, man, I go to Caravana in Toronto every year. He stopped the robbery. Drove me to customs. He's like, bro, man, get in the car, you pissed yourself. Has anyone actually ever been robbed before? Oh, that was too real, man. Nobody usually answers that question. I thought I dreamt that, because I'm like, anyone got robbed? And you were like, last week, man. And you looked at me like a cold killer, like, yeah. But the motherfuckers didn't get away with shit. Shit. Like the way you looked at me, it was like Rick Ross should have been playing in the background. Oh, motherfuckers pushing weight. And you're like, I got robbed. It was actually my first time. That one I got robbed. That was my second time being robbed. My first time I ever got robbed, and it was the robber's first time robbing somebody. So it was awkward for everyone. I don't know if that makes sense, because there's 2 guys. When they came up to me with a gun, a squirrel came out of nowhere, I swear to you, and the guy goes, oh! He got startled by the squirrel, which I had no confidence in him, and I'm like, bro, that was a squirrel. Like, in my head, I'm like, come on, man, you could shoot it. I can't take you seriously. You're wonky, right? You know what I mean? Like, I need a robber who knows what the fuck he's doing. That's some guy's like, oh, squirrel! You're too, right? And then I don't know if you ever had a gun in your head, it's scary. You can't talk anymore. Like, he put it to my head and he goes, give me your money. You can't talk. You try. So the only thing that came out was, ooh! And he was like, what the he thought he robbed like a handicapped guy? He's like, whoa, what's happening here? But I wanted to let him know words were coming out, so I go, ooh! So now it looked like I was calling a gang, like, ooh! Like they're gonna jump out of trees, like, we got you! Like they didn't hit me with the gun, but I didn't fall, bro. I didn't fall. I was shocked. I went like this. I went, no, whoa. I came back, but with confidence. Like when I came back, I looked at him like, man, I got strong knees and I do yoga. That's what I wanted to sing out loud to show this guy. But then his buddy kicked me. Like he goes, ah, what the fuck? What'd you do? You ruined the robbery with your little shin fucking kick. Do you see what we were creating here? We were creating gun, pistol whip, and you go, ah! That's like stabbing somebody, then tickling them right after. You better get your shit right. And then I walked away awkwardly, and they said, we'll get you next time. I go, no. And then we just left. He's still looking at me like, yeah. Like, if you put your shirt down and there's like a bullet wound, you're like, I'm still alive, bitch. That would be the best ending to any joke. And then you would have just threw confetti and left, and we would have been all confused. Why did he throw confetti? I didn't know how to speak, this is gonna be weird. I don't know how to speak English. I was born here, but I didn't know how to speak English when I was a kid. Right? I know it sounds weird. My parents are both Middle Eastern. My mom, no accent. Dad, full accent. I asked my dad, hey man, you should lose your accent. You've been here for 30 years. He goes, go fuck yourself. I'm like, you live in Canada. He goes, fuck Canada. So, what about Lebanon? He goes, fuck that place too. I only like right here, and it's away from your mom. I was like, well, that's G shit, right? I was like, oh. But he sent me to kindergarten with no English. Yeah, how weird that is. He's like, go, you go. He dropped me off. He goes, have a good day. He's like, go, bye-bye, bye, Dave. Like, come back here. I can't speak English. I don't know what anyone's saying. And he goes, I'll see you at 3. And he drove off. Now I'm in kindergarten. The teacher shows me a picture of an apple. I go to feha, which means apple in Arabic. She calls my mom and goes, Mrs. Merheje, we think your son is deaf and blind. So my mom goes to my dad, you better go down there and talk to this teacher. He goes, right now? She goes, like, you know, he's an idiot. He goes, right now? You want to sit? Sort of that. This guy leaves the house wearing a wife beater, track pants, flip-flops with one sock. She goes, where's your other sock? I don't know. Where's our divorce? And left. I don't know. He gets down to the school. You know how, look, man, like, I know we have immigrant parents, but immigrants don't give a shit about life. Like, they don't, like, when they live here, they're like, I don't care. They just yell. That's what they're good at. They just show up and they're like, I don't care. Like, you know, people who live here are like, let me assess the situation. Like, immigrants are like, I don't care. What is it? Like, let's go. And they just fire. They just yell at people. Feelings are hurt. They're just cutting people up. They're karate chopping people. They don't give a shit about anybody. They're like, oh, what is it? Like, just, he walks in this kindergarten school and looks at some kid and he goes, hey, where is my son? He looked like me, but he's your height. This kid's like, I don't know, and his head's shaking. He goes, hey, focus! Focus, asshole! Focus! Where's my son? He looked like me, but he's your height. And this kid is all scared. He goes, and they're crying. Kids are falling apart. He goes, they're all retarded, every single one of them. Then the teacher sees him. She goes, Mr. Merheje, what's the problem? He goes, what is the problem? You said my son is blind. He's not blind. He ducked when I throw shoe at him. You're a dumb bitch, and he just left the school. That's how you solve problems. You're a dumb bitch. That's his move. Dumb bitch, I'm out. And walked out and left the flip-flop. That's how angry he was. I used to get bullied a lot, too. Like, I was bullied, bro. Bullied. Every time I leave school, some kid would come out and punch me in the face. Every day, yeah. Don't all that. I would be like, thank you. I would say thank you. That's how scared I was. He'd hit me and I go, thank you. Like, so stupid. So I go home and I go, Mom, I'm getting bullied. And my mom's like, well, maybe you should talk to the teacher or the principal and figure this out. It's like, he's beating the shit out of me. She goes, you know, sometimes, David, that's what happens in life. You take bruises, and then you bounce back. Man, I can't bounce back. Like, I got a black eye. Like, I can't. But my dad is behind her, and he's like, so what does that mean? He goes, it means being over there. So So I'm walking in the hallway and he just grabs me and he goes, what is this guy? I was like, what? He goes, what is this guy? He's beating you up? I was like, yeah. He goes, what is he? I was like, I don't know. He's like, okay, look, in 5 minutes, don't make eye contact. You meet me around the corner, outside the house, and we fix this. I go, where? He goes, focus. Maybe that's why he hit you. I'm talking to you. No, you're a fucking idiot. What? So we're walking down the street. He goes, look, when we get to this corner, you wait here. I go fix the problem. So what are you gonna do? He goes, shut up. You follow my moves. So what does that mean? He goes, you follow my moves. So he goes, and all I see, I'm a block away, I'm like this little kid. All I see is the bully come out. My dad look at him and goes like this. He goes, oh yeah? Then all of a sudden this hand comes up and he slaps the shit out of this kid. This kid does a cartwheel in the air, laid him out. He steps over him and goes, ah! Turns to me and goes, ah! Oh shit, but I can't run. I'm stuck because I'm shocked. I thought the guy was dead, so I'm like, oh, I can't. All I'm shaking my legs trying to run, and he runs by me and goes, I'll see you at the house, and just left me. My sister married, she married a black dude from Detroit, which I think is good. It's multicultural. But that's the worst combination you can have in this day and age. That's a police officer's boner. Half Arab and half black? Get it. That's just cops' boners, just sitting around like, oh, I can't wait to arrest. They're just pumped. I swear that kid should have came up with handcuffs. Like, sorry, like that's. But my dad, it's his friends in a living room. It's like 7 dudes, big dudes. And then my dad, this is a true story, just walks in. He walks in, he goes, hello. And everyone just stops talking, and they look at him and he goes, hey guys, in my country, they used to call me Abu Negro. The one black guy goes, man, what the fuck does that mean? He goes, that means head Negro in charge. And I'm like, what that? He said, don't worry, I had an afro and I drove a Cadillac, and he just left the room. And he says, I'm just confused. But he's a good dude, but this is what I learned about him. He has no filter in his head. Like, he'll say whatever he wants. Like, I was an ugly kid. Like, I was. But like, you know how adults are like, no, you were adorable. I had buck teeth and warts on my eyes. Yeah, you should all that and grossness. And I had headgear, which is horrible. You can't leave the house when you have headgear. And everyone would be like, he looks so adorable. That's why I don't trust girls. They'd be like, he looks so adorable. Like, I look like shit. I didn't look good at all, man. That's why girls are like, I like a guy who's funny. No, you don't. You half like a guy who's funny. You don't fully like a guy who's just funny. Like, he's funny. You ever hear girls go, he's just funny. They always lift their leg, he's funny. If a fucking troll jumped out of the bushes like, I got a knock-knock joke, you kick him right back in there. I was. I think the guy was funny. You mean those girls just funny? No. No. I was funny. I didn't get laid for like 22 years. You understand what I'm saying? So I worked on my personality. You should have just came out and be like, hey, you're ugly. Let's be and fix your shit. And I did, bro. And I became a comedian. That's what it was. She talked, but my dad paid for my teeth, $5,000. He paid for my teeth to get fixed. But every day he'd be like, Dave, smile. I'm like, no, he goes, you smile. I paid $5,000, you smile. You're not smiling, smile, $5,000. You know how many hours I work? $5,000. You think your mom paid? I paid. You work overtime to fix your stupid teeth. You were ugly, I fixed you. Every time you walk by a mirror and you look and you smile, I did this. I took your shitty teeth, created beautiful magic, now you smile in front of me right now. You got Denzel, he goes, you smile, anytime you smile. I'm the king, you were ugly. You would have jested and I made you a prince. Smile. Swear to you, we're at a funeral and I'm sitting next to him. I swear to you, I'm not smiling. And he just texts me, he goes, smile. I was like, I can't smile, bro. He goes, you smile right now. I was like, I don't want to smile. He goes, smile. I'm like, grandma died. He goes, I don't give a fuck if your grandmother smiled. She didn't pay shit for your teeth. I pay for your teeth, so you smile. And I was like, yeah? He goes, smile. And I'm crying and smiling at the same time. Everyone's looking, he goes, shut up, don't worry, I paid for his teeth, $5,000. Until you all start paying, you can all now keep, and my grandmother, it was very sad, man. But it had to happen. You looked at me like it was serious, you're like, oh my God, I had to smile. Yeah? I can't believe you went with that. My niece is like 6, but sometimes I don't like her. I can't hang out with 6-year-olds because they're too real. They say real shit. Because they don't care about your emotions or your self-esteem, so they just say the realest shit ever. I'm like, why would you say that? We're in Toys R Us. She said, can you buy me that? I go, I got no money. She goes, you're probably not a real man then. And just left the island. You're not a real man, you know? Little kids go, you're not a real, like she's sassy. She goes, I just don't get it. I missed her birthday for like 5 years because I don't live in the same city. And she's yelling at me. She goes, how do you miss my birthday? 5 years in a row? You're not a good uncle. You're nothing. I was like, oh shit. This is in a Walmart parking lot, right? So people are watching me getting destroyed, and to them it looks just like a midget is yelling at me. So I was like, oh. She goes, I just don't get it. I got other uncles that showed up to my party because I'm important. If you don't know this, I'm a princess. Maybe you should check your phone and put it in your notepad and understand I'm a prince. And I'm like, man, it's not like your parties were good. They were shit. There wasn't cocaine and hookers. It was just dumb cake and balloons. I don't want to show up to that. I wanted to not kill her, but near her, just put her to sleep and go, I pay rent, bitch, and just walk away. But then she goes, do you want to play a game? I was like, what kind of game is that? She goes like, I spy with my little eyes. I was like, I can play that. She goes, then you go first. I go, I spy with my little eyes yellow. And she goes, oh. She was yellow. I'm like, what? I go, I spy with my eyes yellow. She goes, oh, your teeth. And she goes, black and yellow, black and yellow. You know what it is. No, I don't. Where is it? I was like, then I'll buy you a donut, dude. Because I was like, dude, I'll buy you a donut. She's like, don't call me dude. So I took her to like get a donut. But you can't. You have to lock a deal down with a kid. You can't just get him shit. You have to say, look, before we go in here, what do you want? She's like, well, I want a chocolate donut. I said, we found an answer? She goes, yep, my final answer. I was like, okay. You're not gonna change it? She goes, no, but you gotta watch out. They will change it because their minds are crazy. They just sit there with like, I swear there's like a monkey in there just throwing shit at them. You say this. Fuck with them. And they're like, yeah, they're nuts. So we walk in to the front. We get to the front of the line and go, what do you want? You want the chocolate donut? She goes, don't even know what I want anymore. And just walks out of the line. But she's standing looking at me. She's like, I just don't know. Emotionally, I'm not ready. See, that's why I know it's the start of a girl. Because she's like, I just don't know emotionally anymore what I wanted. Like originally, I wanted a donut, but the wind changed. And then that changed my emotions. Now I feel like a muffin. Like, you know, like you should know this about me. Like you met me. Why don't you consider my feeling? Like, I'm like, what is happening here? You're 6. You're gonna be a psycho chick. I just don't know. Like, you know when girls go, I just don't even know. You should know. You know what I mean? Like, I got this, and then you don't get it. Man, you don't even care for me. Do you understand me? You said you understood me when we had dinner. You looked in my eyes. You're like, you understand me? Like, man, shut the fuck. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you kill. And then she comes back in the line. She goes, I don't know. And she faints. You can't just faint when shit gets tough. You know how many times I want to do that? Hey, your rent's due. Ah! You can't do that in life. This is the problem, man, because like it doesn't look like it's my kid. Because I look dorky Jewish and she's half black and half Arab, so everyone is like, that's like, it looks like I stole her from the mall. That's what it looks like. Like I took her away, right? So then everyone's staring at me and I go to grab her, but then she goes, no! She puts her was like, yeah, so now I have her and I look weird to everybody. So I'm like, okay, don't look at my face! And I ran out into a van and I left. I gotta leave, but her favorite artist is Lil Wayne. That's a true story. Which, look, man, I used to love Lil Wayne, but I don't anymore. One, because he wears Ugg boots. Scares me. And now he sounds like a gremlin, which makes no... He doesn't rap anymore. He's like, I'll show you how to love. I'll show you how to love. That's how you don't know. And then his lyrics don't make any sense. Walk in the club. Fuck everybody. Why are you so mad, man? You just got here. Walk in the club. But he did it like when he said walk in the club. Fuck everybody. Like, I want to know what happened in the studio when he's like, okay, Wayne, you ready? He goes, yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm so ready right now. I walk in the club. Fuck everybody. It's Wheezy F baby. The F stand for fire. Birdman kiss me on the cheek. Oh, what's that? But what's even worse is I used to like this dude, but I don't like him anymore because he doesn't make any sense in his lyrics and it hurts my brain. It's Drake. I don't understand what he says anymore. He'll say something, I'm like, you should know this, you're an adult, right? He's like, oh girl, you what? You on the dance floor? What, you moving? What, you a dancer? Yeah, man, how do you not know that? How did you stumble? Somebody help this guy. Because if you listen to his lyrics, he's just asking questions. Somebody answer him. Who the fuck is in the studio? Answers, he's having a panic attack when he raps. Somebody just write the answers down and give it to him. He's having a mad. He's like, oh girl, that's cool. Where you at? That's right. You work at Starbucks? Which one? East side, west side. Is it 24 hours? They got tables. They got chairs. I like scones. You like scones. Oh, that's cool. Ah! Thank you very much.